Yo, what's poppin', people? Look, Live Street. Welcome to the turf. We right here. We're gonna kick it for a minute. You know what I mean? So, peep game. Check this out. The Feds been, bro. They been putting in some work this morning. They had that fucking sweep, that federal raid in California. This morning they hit up All-Star Junior, and if you know anything about that little situation, um, he went to Texas or something like that, and dude and them, rap a lot. Jay Prince Jr. and a motherfucker named NBA Ben 10 was associated with Young Boy and them. I don't know the details. I just know they bumped into each other. Allegedly he tried to take a chain, put a gun. When he pulled the gun, he walked up to him, put a gun on him, and then motherfucking All Star Junior snatched the gun and then shot dude with his own gun. Uh, you know, Allegedly also Ben 10 supposed to be paralyzed. I ain't really been keeping up with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they've been going back and forth, because if you know anything about the Young Boy and OTF rivalry with King Von, it's just a big ass mess, bro. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, so I was surprised. You know what I'm saying? I don't know much about All Star Junior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I really ain't like. After the incident occurred, I started paying attention a little more to his music, and dude, kind of, I mean, like, for some underground shit, he's slick, kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's all right. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like this, and I don't mean to say new wave because it's been for some years, but the Detroit sound to me sounds like the '90s, California, you know what I'm saying? LA, like kind of G funkish, but with like a Detroit twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Like that bass line where it's like boom, 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 like that. Like you used to hear a lot of that, like the California, like the '90s, late '80s, early '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like a lot of the shit that was from that era. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Shred Gang, a lot of them shits, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I fuck with Junior too and shit. So anyway, he got popped this morning. The feds came and got him. So I don't know what it is about today or this morning, but they seems like I bet you if I, what I'm saying, got on the YouTube and just kind of surfed, you know what I'm saying, the content or just the internet period, I guarantee you, um, the Fed. These ain't the only two spots the Feds uh, been hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure, like before the day's end, we're gonna hear a lot more about a lot of things. But anyway, this my dog Al Prophet. You know what I'm saying? I f with his content a whole lot. He puts out a lot of good shit about drugs and heroin and cocaine from like back in the day type shit. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it, and we're gonna see what Al's talking about. I ain't gonna lie, you looking a little rough, Al. I don't know if you gonna feel this or not. You know what I'm saying? You need a shave, take a shower, or something, bro. Look like you just woke up this morning. His hair looking hot to the motherfucker. Shout out Al Prophet. Get it.
A Detroit rapper accused of opening fire inside a Houston restaurant is now facing federal gun charges after investigators say the incident was caught on surveillance and followed by taunting social media posts. According to a criminal complaint, Jeremy Christopher Ford, also known as All-Star JR, is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Investigators say the shooting happened at 11:23 p.m. April 8th at a restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. Police say a trail of blood led from the dining area to the elevator and into the garage. At the officers recovered a Glock 43 handgun, a magazine, a holster, multiple spent shell casings. Here's a photo of All-Star JR going to an elevator. According to investigators, surveillance video shows Ford inside the restaurant before a group approached him, leading to a confrontation. During the altercation, authorities say several people appeared to grab his necklace and watch, escalating the situation. At some point, a handgun fell to the floor. Investigators say Ford picked it up and began firing as people ran. One man collapsed.
Whoa, so this is giving a little bit more, detailed description, how the incident occurred. I ain't gonna lie, this shit sound just fucking sloppy as fuck. Like, it doesn't seem like if it was planned, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but it's like if I'm gonna rob somebody, I'm not with the crash out shit, you know what I mean? It's gonna be planned. We're gonna have we're gonna, we're just gonna make sure shit like this don't happen. So if you heard what he said, he dropped the gun. You know what I'm saying? Junior picked it up and boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. But, hey.
After being shot, Ford continued firing, including additional shots in the direction of another person who was running away. The complaint alleges Ford then returned to the injured man, fired additional rounds at close range while he was lying on the floor. Court documents alleges he struck the man with the handgun and spit on him. Authorities say a third person, believed to be a bystander, was also shot but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Hospital officials told investigators one of the injured victims had his finger taken away due to the gunshot wound and suffered.
Hey, the random motherfucker who got shot too. There's a thing, you know what I'm saying, in the state of Tennessee. It's like a victim's. It's like if you're a victim of a violent crime, you know what I'm saying, you got to be willing to testify against the defendant. But you know what I'm saying, there's a fund for that. You know what I'm saying, like they'll give you some money. Like one of my homies got shot at. They wanted him to testify. They said they give him like 30 grand to get on a stand and point at the motherfucker who did it. Obviously he didn't. You know what I'm saying, but you know, but yeah, like dude who got, he caught a hot one. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he could file some paperwork and them little, of course the medical bills and all everything else, will get paid for and then some. So you know what I mean, non-life threatening. So I'm glad he survived. You know what I mean? Like, shit happens out here. It gets wicked.
Severe leg injuries. Another victim, as of April 15th, did not have feelings in his legs. They said Ford fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade before officers arrived. The affidavit also states that after the shooting, Ford allegedly posted multiple videos on social media appearing to taunt those involved. Investigators say he later released a music video referencing the shooting, including lyrics about the incident. Officials say Ford has a prior felony conviction in Michigan, what makes it illegal for him to possess a firearm. He was arrested as the charges are pending. Now, this is from the Metro Detroit News.com. This website has other articles that are real. Here, this is.
I don't know if he explains it, but so if I'm understanding this, to me, just from what my eyes are reading, if I'm correct, so because he's a felon and a motherfucker robs him, and in the heat of the moment drops the gun, he picks it up and uses it to defend himself. He's in the wrong. Like, well, like, hold up, bro. Like, there has to be a law for felons that if you feel like your life is threatened, that you're not responsible for the next. Like, he didn't bring the gun. He can't be at fault for being around somebody else's gun, and that somebody else had tried to use it to harm him. Like, come on, feds, man, y'all be bullshitting, bro. Like, you gotta do some slack. I'm sure when it goes to court, I hope I hope they're able to clear this up, man, because that's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you should have a right to defend yourself whether you're a felon or not. Like, you know, that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? This is the United States of America. We have the Second Amendment. We have a Bill of Rights. We have certain things. Yeah, there are laws that prevent us from owning a firearm, but they are trying to give those gun rights back to certain individuals. And I think this is a perfect example of why maybe he doesn't need to own a gun, but he should not be held liable for, you know, or even charged for felon in possession of a firearm, for one. the gun was not his. The gun was somebody else's. They were trying to use against him. He was merely just trying to defend himself. So, come on, what the fuck?
Here you see I'm showing you the so-called case number. These are pictures supposedly released to the Department of Justice. Now, after seeing Ben 10 pretend to be okay, even though we know he can't move his legs, is this some type of propaganda? Is this a move from All-Star JR as part of his marketing? This seems like a little bit of a weird charge in the sense of, well, here's the thing. If it was his gun and he dropped it, he was in possession of it. And if you can't shoot people. Like in self-defense, you can only defend yourself. Once the threat is done, you can't continue doing stuff, right? You can't keep popping them.
Yeah. So what he's trying to say is like, there's a clear line of what's defense, and then when does that defense turn into excessive use of force? You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you're in the heat of the moment and your adrenaline's pumping and you're reacting to something within seconds, milliseconds, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're just reacting. So it's like I ain't gonna lie, if a motherfucker try to rob me, drop his gun, I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna shoot him till the something to the motherfucker clicks. Like I don't know if I shoot you, if I might if I hit you once or twice, is that gonna be enough to stop you to you know what I'm saying? Like how do you have time to assess the threat? You know what I mean? Like I understand in the court of law they're gonna break it down moment by moment, movement by movement. But when you're in the moment in the situation, you ain't got time to break it down. Just react or die. That's how I think. You know what I mean? Like I'm picking up dude's gun. I'm popping him until the some bitch clicks. Until he's not moving. I'm not gonna shoot him and be like, hey, are you good? Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna try to rob me again? Like, I ain't doing, motherfucker ain't doing none of that shit. Like, I'm just gonna pull the trigger and squeeze it, you know what I'm saying? Until I feel safe. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm trying to cut dude some slack. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tough call, bro. Like, I, just from the way I see it, from my side of the moon, I might be wrong. I don't know, but
This seems to be real. He was going to LA. He's in California, I guess. He was on his way, unless he was arrested at the airport, to do a no jumper interview. This seems to be real, but if it turns out not to be, I'm giving you the asterisk right now. We see that Ben 10 and them have been, he's faking about what happened. This was a very serious incident. But wow, what a turn of events. This could be an example. Listen, law enforcement's job is to stop crime. And I'm just putting myself in the head of a federal prosecutor or a law enforcement agent and saying, you can't let this type of stuff happen, I guess. Like,
this game, you're not ready for it.
the only thing is, it seems like, well, the reason I say a weird charge, where there's a little bit of me that thinks this could be fake, because why wouldn't it doesn't seem like they could prove he was possessing it. He picked it up. Now, the idea that you're picking up a gun and defending yourself, someone else's gun, and defending yourself, but if he pulled the gun, dropped it, and picked it up, then that means he had it.
see that kind of, I had to stop it there because you know what I'm saying. Like, in the grand scheme of things, to me, like that changes the, what I'm saying, narrative. Like that brings a whole new, to be honest, just another dynamic angle of the situation. Like, yeah, like if they can prove, like maybe he was on Instagram or maybe he was on Facebook or, you know, there's a lot of social media. These rappers are, have profiles and what have you. So, and he could have shown the gun, or they just for some kind of reason, just knew that he had the gun, and that's why they're charging him. I don't know, cause it just seems kind of fluky. You know what I mean? Like, um, it's 2026. I mean, being a rapper is a dangerous job. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfuckers is dropping like flies. And that's real shit. So maybe he just, you know what I'm saying? But it don't matter because he's a felon. He can't travel with a gun. He can't have or possess a gun. So maybe he had the gun on him. They walked up on. They tried to rob him. He pulls it up. He ups it on Ben 10, drops it, picks it back up, and then you know what I'm saying, fucking pops dude. I don't know.
It would seem like why wouldn't they be charging them with the returning to shoot somebody that's on the ground? I could see that being charged as a crime. Damn, All Star JR. I hope this is fake. But if not, let this be a lesson. Like you can't just be out here. The right to blow somebody down because they're attacking you is a tricky. Like you it's like at a house. You can't catch someone leaving your house, pop them in the driveway. I mean, people get away with it in Detroit. I know people. I know. Do I know two people? I definitely know I have one friend who gunned somebody down in the middle of a giant main street in the suburbs. He killed an Albanian during a road rage. And they gave him his gun back Monday morning. No charges. But wow. Struck the man with the handgun and spit on him before leaving. A third person believed to be a bystander was shot. If he was just shooting up the whole place,
Okay, hold
man,
up.
the right to defend yourself ends when you're done defending yourself. I hope.
Okay, so now, like, if I'm hearing this correctly, so he blams dude. Dude's laying down on the ground. He comes back, spits on him, and then hits him with the fucking gun, like the pistol. He pistol whips him. You know what I mean? Like if you let off 10 shots, you know, not only does the person who tried to rob you, he gets hit, but then a third person gets hit too. Like, and then you come back and spit on him. Like that's yeah, like that's excessive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how do the feds even know this shit? I heard Jay Prince Jr. He be cooperating. You know what I'm saying? He's on some paperwork. Maybe he tried to pull some strings. He got money for days. You know what I'm saying? Him and his father's pockets. They got long money. Stretched for 15, 30 years of record label money. So you know what I'm saying? Like they'd be able to grease the wheels just to be on some, petty, trying to be spiteful type of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hope this isn't true. Now I couldn't find this on the website, but if it just happened, why would it be on Pacer Monitor, right? Now imagine All Star JR would put this out for marketing because this don't look good. And where would he have gotten a surveillance photo? So they don't want people in public. Man, they're going this rap shit. These rappers doing all this crazy stuff in public. I could see law enforcement being like, "Oh no, we're gonna end this." Damn.
oh yeah, that's another thing too. He been wolfing. The motherfucker had a shirt, homie, that said the day after that shit, knowing, you know what I'm saying, Ben 10's on life support, the shirt said, pull the plug on that bitch ass N word, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's been just wolfing. You know what I'm saying? Like just taunting dude and them and taunting motherfuckers and like I can see the feds being like, you know what, we need to let dude know that he ain't this ain't gonna be an easy thing to step away from. Like we're gonna bring his humbleness. You know, he needs to learn a lesson and being humble, and we're gonna bring his ego down a notch. Like I can see him doing that. The feds are hella petty. You know what I'm saying? Like don't underestimate how Tom Petty-ish them some bitches can be, dog. That's real.
Damn, I hope I hope this isn't true. It appears it probably is. Man, I hope they don't give him any other charges, and I hope he beats this one. Damn. So All Star JR is on the way. The Rico that's coming for Rap a Lot or J Prince Jr., Mob Jazz, whatever. If they're going to charge All Star JR, they're probably digging into this heavy. All this social media stuff is very.
Wait a minute. Let's go back. What the fuck was that? Was that a picture of fucking dude blasting that motherfucker, dog? Damn. Looks like it. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Right there. If you can see the muzzle, the flash. You know what I'm saying? The flash is a gun going off, but you know, like that's one of those borderline. Is he defending himself or is he being excessive? You know what I'm saying? From the picture, it looks like he just standing over dude. You know what I'm saying? Like the feds ain't going for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. But you know, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not. I fuck with Al Prophet. You're my boy. You know what I'm saying? You're my dog. Sometimes your ass be rambling though, and so we probably gonna cut it short. There ain't but like, you know, 3 minutes left in the video anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Like, leave a comment. You know, let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Free All Star Junior. You know what I'm saying? Get well soon to Ben 10 and them. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, you know, shout out Al Prophet for putting this content out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I F with that. You know what I mean? Like, keep pushing, keep doing your thing. Shout out everybody, subscribe. I'm on the road to 50. I'm trying to hit that hill, so I can go live and stream all day. And you know what I mean? So we're gonna keep pumping these motherfuckers. You know, this knucklehead street, and I'm out. Peace.